Do you believe that you can heal yourself? Too often we give our power away to something outside of ourselves, and rarely, if ever, trust and tap into our innate healing power and intuition. Everyone has this capability to heal in ways we never thought possible. It's your sovereign right to claim and have true health and lasting wellness. Now, here is the host of the Dr. Dolores Show, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in our amazing world. You are listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. We're on the Inspired Choices Network, and we're going to be talking about confidence today. And I labeled our episode The Confidence Catalyst. And I mean catalyst because our energy and the essence that we have within ourselves are catalysts, really. They're able to set the pace and actually pave the road of where we're going ahead of ourselves. Who you are and what you are ripples out from you, and your essence is what is going into the universe and creating circumstances and situations in your life. I know that's a hard stretch for some people to grasp because they think that things are happening to them instead of us actually creating that. So this episode is really dedicated to building your confidence and that confidence muscle within ourselves. How often do we all sometimes have episodes of self-doubt, or we just don't want to move forward or want to do anything and just kind of sit there and mull things over? And that's all good. And I think it's a necessary thing. Yet we want to not get stuck in that. It's so easy to go down that rabbit hole of that self-doubt and, beating yourself up and really digging deep within yourselves and just getting stuck in that hole. This is about knowing that it's there and choosing to create something different. It's like flipping the switch. It's like pivoting. It's like creating something different. When you are aware or awake, as we call it, this is where you have the ultimate power within yourself. You could choose something different. You could catch yourself when you're starting to go down that little spiraling, I'm going to say vortex that goes into the bad places. You're aware and you're able to, feel, experience, and see that you're doing that. And this is where you can make a different choice. It's not an unconscious thing. When you're aware, you're no longer functioning or allowing the unconscious to control you. You are allowing yourself to the gift of making a different choice. You're allowing yourself to step into something different, even though it may be scary or something that is counter to what you're used to. It's a conscious effort that you're making to flip the switch. And it is. Once you become aware, this is where all the gold nuggets are. You're able to really discern what is real and what's an illusion within yourself, and also be aware of what is real and what is an illusion outside of yourself as well. And right now, we're in a very interesting state of affairs internationally, globally, universally, whatever you want to call it. And I believe the magic ticket is how we show up and what we do within ourselves that creates that ripple effect and that essence that flows from us out into humanity. So we can make a difference, each one of us as an individual. And what you will find that once you start working on this aspect and actually experiencing this, you're going to become unstoppable within yourself. Your confidence is going to soar. You're going to be able to realize that you have all you need within yourself. When you are able to really step into that, it's not going to matter what's going on around in your world. What had been triggers before may no longer be a trigger, because you know that within the truth of who you are solid in who you are, and you're not going to be affected by things that are happening in the external. I feel that the chaos that's around many of us right now are triggers, but they're also distractions. They're distractions from allowing you to go deeper within yourself, where you're going to find that peace of mind and that certainty that is your sovereign and innate right as a human being. We are witnessing such a dichotomy in our world right now, and it seems like it's been amped up immensely. And maybe this is a good thing, because it's allowing us to see what had always been there before, okay, but maybe was hidden. So it's coming up to the surface. It's moving from hidden to from hidden to unconscious, to moving from being seen and conscious. So now we know what we're dealing with, and now we have a choice on how we choose to work with that. Remember, everything begins with self first. It doesn't start from the outside and works in. Maybe what happens on the outside is you get a trigger. Okay, something really ruffles your feathers, and you're like, and your normal tendency may be just to react and implode on it. And I'm going to give you a little hint. Maybe this trigger is something that is allowing you to look deeper within yourself, so that maybe you could heal an aspect of yourself that you've been carrying around, not only from this lifetime, but what we call hangovers from previous lifetimes, okay? Things that are left over and unresolved from other times and places. Because remember, everything right now is happening all at once. Past, present, and future is no longer linear. It's flipped. Past, present, and future are all happening right here, right now, at the same moment. That's just in this lifetime, okay? So remember, what you do now has the capability to heal the past, but also create the future. It's like a figure of eight. And if you're able to realize that maybe sometimes things are coming from another time and place, not in this lifetime, these also are happening in the same time, right here, right now. So past lives, future lives, anything that has to do with your ancestral lineage, or even dimensional things, are all happening right here, right now. So the good news is what you do in the moment, you have control over that. You have the capability of healing the past lifetimes, ancestral stuff, dimensional stuff, and future timelines, all right now. Because the only thing that really matters is this moment right here, right now. And now that moment is gone, and the next moment's here, and the next moment, and the next moment. So you are in control. It's about tapping into that inner wisdom that is yours, so that you're able to make the correct choices for you, and not anybody else, not your spouse, not your children, not your neighbors, not society, but for you, so that you could be at peace and within yourself. It's not about no longer, it's about coming within yourself and trusting whatever you're getting, that wisdom, and making the right choice based on this for you. Now, I know this is a big thing to swallow, but I feel it's a necessity, and it's a necessary thing at this time and place. of, where we are all going. And it's kind of exciting because we are on this journey right now that is a gift. It's the gift that we've all been waiting for, and it's the gift that is going to continue to abound us with even more gifts. When you're able to come within and know that your absolute truth is, and you're standing in your inner power and your inner strength, this is what confidence is. This is how you become a confidence catalyst. It's about knowing without a doubt that you know who you are, and what you stand for. And it's not about even having to verbalize that out into the ethers. It's who you are, and that essence just permeates through you into the world. It's not about boasting. It's not about, you know, being arrogant. It's about that knowing that you know who you are in this present moment and you're unstoppable in that knowingness. This is what we call confidence. And it could be defined as many different things, yet I feel that true confidence is what comes from within ourselves and our ability to be in alignment with that. And that's, for some people, is going to be a hard pill to swallow because, there are many people who are not willing to establish having a relationship with themselves and finding out this divine deep wisdom that we all carry within ourselves. It's almost as if they feel separate from it, or they don't know what that is, or they're just afraid to go there. Because when we step into that essence of our beingness, it's like we have arrived home. And I believe many people have no idea what that's like because they've either forgotten about this, they've gone unconscious, they have been scared of this, and it's like the uncertainty that they carry within themselves. They have no idea who they are, but they're looking on the outside for that validation of who they are, and that's a temporary fix. Okay, it's not lasting, it's not who you really are. It's like you're being distracted from who you are by a lot of maybe propaganda, what's going on in society. It's really it's very toxic, and it's about time that we break this toxicity that we're experiencing in the external to come to the internal, so we can really be aligned with who we are, so we could show up for our best selves in every moment of our existence. And it's that confidence that radiates from that true essence and source that allows you to become unstoppable. Now, people are like, well, that sounds all great and wonderful, but it's just like, how does that happen? And it happens when you are to the point where you are sick and tired of your life. You feel like you ask the question, is this all there is for me? Is this it? And when that happens, you are what I call teachable. You are able to step into what is possible where you felt what was impossible before. So we're in very interesting times right now. And for many people who are awakening into this, it could be a rather daunting experience sometimes because the rug has been pulled out from underneath you, and all of a sudden you feel like you woke up from a long slumber. So, not to worry, just breathe right now. Just take a deep breath. It's all good. And we're going to talk more about how you could really step into that in our next segment. So we're going to head over to a break right now. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. We're talking about the confidence catalyst today. So stay tuned and see you after our break.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
Well, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we're talking about confidence today. And I feel that this is it's an essential part, and it's an essence of who we are and how we carry that through. I know in the work that I do, especially with coaching people and stuff like that, it's really about embracing the inner power that you have within yourself and learning how to trust that innate wisdom that you have. I find that when we're able to embrace that and allow ourselves to step into that and receive that wisdom, you become unstoppable. It's almost as if you have found that missing piece of your puzzle, and that puzzle piece is in that puzzle, and you become the complete puzzle. Many of us feel that we don't have anything to offer or share, or we don't feel very good about ourselves. I feel that we all have much to share. And maybe I'd say cloud that prevents that from seeping through needs to dissipate and allow it to dissolve so we could just become more aligned with who we truly are. Before break, we were talking about the essence of who we are and how that radiates through, and how sometimes the outer world is our trigger. There's lots of triggers there. And I find that this is a real beautiful way to take a deeper look at why we're being triggered instead of being reactive. It's like being more awake and aware that, okay, I am being triggered, and what is it about this that is really setting me off? And it really never is what you think it is. We think that, oh, that, A plus B equals C. No, A plus Z equals B equals, it's more interconnected like a matrix, like you have no idea, because there's so many different moving parts. It's not a linear progression. It's more of a matrix convoluted type of way that things are happening. Yet when you have that awareness, you're able to have that bullet point and straight line to seeing exactly what was that thread that possibly created that trigger. So something to really think about and to lean into, especially if you're at a point in your life where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same old BS that's going on in your life, or you're repeating patterns and you just don't know why this is happening. It's like you're having an awakening and you're becoming more aware. So when you're able to step into your confidence muscle, if you want to call it, or that inner strength that we all have, we are allowing ourselves to be more in the present moment. And when we're in the present moment, this is all you need to deal with. And, everything could be going around you energetically, trying to distract you and pull you out of that. But yet you have that certainty within yourself that this is where you need to stay. This is where you're able to really discern your boundaries very well. And also know that, um, you don't have to explain yourself. By you just being the essence of who you are, you just show up. No words need to be exchanged. It's just your presence has this confidence that kind of energetically comes through you. So how do we get to that? Many of us are maybe on the fringes of that, and you're not feeling fully grounded in that. I really think that it's important sometimes, if you're able to find a mentor or a coach, that's somebody who could give you some structure on how to do that. I work with people all the time in exercising their trust muscle and learning how to be more aware of what they are thinking, and really learning how to step into their power of that innate wisdom that we all have. It's about self-belief. And, sometimes when we've been beaten down and we feel like, we just don't have the strength or the energy to carry on, sometimes we have to dig really deep into our boots and pull those bootstraps up and just keep carrying on. It's not about ignoring what's going on. It's being aware of what's going on and realizing that, yes, I could take a baby step in the right direction that's going to allow me to have more belief in myself and allow yourself to move forward. Surround yourself with people who are going to support you and who are going to hold you accountable to when you're in your stuff. Okay. And it's okay to be in your stuff, and it is okay to move out of it. I'm not saying do a 180 flip. It's like realizing that you're there and saying, okay, I'm there and I choose to move forward. It's not about a this or that. It's about a this and that. I'm there and I'm in it, and yet I know I need to move on and do things. The more you focus on where you want to be versus where you are and you're not liking it, you're changing the energy. Okay. So it's not about dismissing what's there. It's like, okay, feeling it, but also choosing a different possibility. Positive self-talk is another huge thing. We talk a lot about this on my show. It's what you say to yourself in the quiet of your mind. And, many of us are not very kind to other people. And in particular, you're not kind to yourself, or maybe you're kinder to other people and strangers than you are to yourself. Something to consider. Treat yourself with the same kindness that you would treat a total stranger with that you have no idea who they are. Kindness is the new superpower. When we are kind, that essence ripples out. And, it could be just smiling to somebody. You're walking down the hall someplace and you smile at somebody. Sometimes that's just kindness. That's the essence that people feel. Um, and we're in a world right now where we need to experience more of that. It's almost like when you smile at somebody, you give them the opportunity to know that life is okay and you will get through that. Sometimes it's the little pat on the back that smile is to them that allows you to know that, okay, you're doing fine, and keep going. That's confidence. That's allowing people to see and feel and experience that essence of who you are. It's like you are present in the moment when you're confident and also really solid. It's like you've grounded into your physical essence. It's like no matter who you are or matter what is going around you, you are so grounded, but also on track and on purpose as to what your next steps are. It's really about possibly taking a risk, reaching out to somebody that maybe you thought you couldn't do. It's like taking a risk is like doing something that you think that you could never do, but you do it anyway. What I love about this is I know from my own personal life, I've always been what you call a rebel or a risk taker. I like playing on the fringes. The fringes for me were like very comfortable, but for some other people, they would be like, nope, it's not happening. But for me, when you would share things with people and they say, well, you can't do that. To me, that was ammo to say, watch me, and I would do it. So I'm inviting you to, even if it's a small risk, just get out of your comfort zone and embrace new challenges. If you've never been someplace, I invite you to go there. If you've never been to the movies by yourself, go to the movies by yourself. For some people, that's a big risk because we're so used to thinking we can't do something. And I have something to say to that. Who made that rule up? I mean, really, it's just like you could do anything you choose to do. It's just sometimes we limit ourselves. So I invite you to make it a challenge for yourself to do something new that you've never done before. It could be so simple as going to a new part of town and trying a restaurant by yourself or going to the movies by yourself. I invite you to do that. It's worth it, especially if you're so used to doing things with groups of people and stuff like that. Try that. It'll be such an enriching experience for you. The other thing, people talk about too is like your body language. And, body language is huge because who you are, everywhere you go, here you are. And your body, you don't even have to say anything. Sometimes you could look at somebody and you could just tell how they're feeling or what is going on. Sometimes when we're not confident, we kind of slouch a little bit. We don't stand up straight. We're not puffed out, not in an egotistical way, but you could just tell that something is off and they're not feeling good about themselves. So, and if they don't make eye contact with you, sometimes that's a sign too. So making eye contact with and connecting with people, I call it heart to heart, is really essential. So when you're able to do this, to connect, it's more about that essence that comes through you that is actually feeding the other person. Yes, they're receiving your essence. Okay. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and failures. And let me tell you, I feel that humanity is a resilient race because we have bounced back from so many things, maybe externally, but also internally. Some of us have gone through things that would be mind boggling for some people and show stopping for others. That, we have gone through a lot of different things that have built our character. You're the sum part of everything you've ever experienced in this lifetime and all their lifetimes as well. And this is what has made you who you are. So you've been listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we're on the Inspired Choices Network, and we've been talking about confidence catalyst. And when we come back, we'll share some more about this and do a lovely meditation that'll allow you to step into your confidence. So see you after this next break.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
Well, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And if anything that we've talked about really resonates with you, I just invite you to, make a comment about it or let us know about your experience. Because I feel that we are not alone. We are more alike than you know, and everybody is having these awakenings and waking up. And with that in mind, if you are awakening, I invite you to join us on our monthly membership platform called I'm Awake, Now What? And it is a platform for people who are on their spiritual journey and maybe they have woken up like they feel like life had been working for them before and no longer is, but yet they don't have a reference point or a roadmap as to what's next for them. What we do at I'm Awake Now What, it's a monthly platform where there's a live Zoom call and we talk about a topic every month, but also offer continuous resources to support you on your journey. There's a community, there's tools, there's healings, you name it. This is going to be essential for you to step forward on your path. So come to my website, drdoloresfazzino.com, and look for I'm Awake Now What, and join us. We would love to have you. So circling back to what we've been talking about today on our episode, we've been talking about confidence and calling our episode Confidence Catalyst, because I feel as if we all have that capability to be catalysts in our world. And that confidence that we have within ourselves is the essence that ripples out into the world. And it's not about being arrogant or being a perfectionist or having any type of anxiety or something or worrying about what everybody else thinks or trying to people please. It's really about stepping into your innate wisdom and power and allowing yourself to be grounded in that reality so it ripples out in that essence of who you are is who you are, and it's in alignment with what and who and what you shall be. So, just like every other episode that we do on the Dr. Dolores Show, in our third segment, I really love to do a guided meditation that's just going to allow you to take some deeper steps into yourself and to have an experience. I like doing experiential type of processes with people because unless you have that experience, sometimes you don't have an idea of what that is that we're talking about. And having an experience is, I feel, essential to you really grounding in the material, but also having that ability to take it in as your own and having your own experience with it. So I'm going to invite you just to find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed and just get comfortable. You could either sit or lie down, whatever you feels right for you, and just close your eyes gently. And we're going to focus on our breathing right now. So I invite you to take a deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. And just hold it for a moment, then slowly exhale. And just repeat this a few times, and just knowing that every time you take a deep breath in and fill your lungs and hold it for a moment, then slowly exhale, you're allowing your body to relax with each breath that you make and take. Now turn your attention to your body and notice the sensations of your breath moving in and out. Feel the rise and fall of your chest and become aware of the weight of your body, grounding to the earth. Now imagine a warm, golden light filling your body, starting from your toes and moving upwards through your legs, through your hips, through your abdomen and torso, up your chest, to your shoulders and down your arms, all the way down to your fingers, and filling your neck, your head. And as this light fills you, imagine it dissolving any tension or doubt. You are safe and calm. Now, visualize yourself in a place of confidence. Perhaps it's a stage, maybe a boardroom, or a social gathering. See yourself standing tall, radiating self-assurance. Notice how you carry yourself, your posture, your expression. And witness yourself being confident, capable, and poised. And just feel the positive energy flowing through you. You are strong, you are worthy, and you are deserving. Let go of any self-doubt or negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. You are confident. You are capable. You are enough. Now take a deep breath and bring your attention back to your body. Feel the ground beneath you, the air on your skin. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this newfound confidence and wisdom with you. So welcome back, everybody. How are you feeling? When you're able to step into this quiet, solid place, you are grounded in your confidence. And no matter what is happening, you are able to move forward one step at a time. So we're going to go on our next break right now and just be with what you're experiencing. And when we come back, we'll just wrap it up. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And see you when we come back from break.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
Well, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we've been talking about confidence catalyst, the whole thing about confidence and how we step into that and how that permeates our soul and radiates through us as a vehicle of that. And we talked a little bit about confidence being a skill, which it is. It's something that we continually tap into and work with. It's also something that is very pliable and I'm going to say nebulous because sometimes it's an essence, it's a beingness, it's a presence that allows our true, I'm going to say, spirit of who we are to come through us. So before break, we went into a guided meditation and, just to feel what that felt like to have that confidence. And this is something that is our innate right and our ability to be able to step into that so that we could be in alignment with ourselves. It's not about it. Confidence isn't something about an external thing. It's an internal factor. Yes, we are in a society where many of us give, our power away to something outside of ourselves to influence us instead of really coming within and trusting that wisdom that we have within that is the correct thing for us to do. And this is how you're able to build your confidence and have a more lasting, continuous stream of that instead of it going like a roller coaster like this. When you come within and know that no matter what is going on, you're going to be okay, this is confidence and it ripples out. Confidence isn't about being arrogant or controlling or having to talk about it. When people have to talk about it or say that they're confident or whatever, sometimes they're trying to convince themselves. It's an essence, it's a feeling, it's a presence, and it comes from within. Your positive self, let's talk about self-talk. We talk a lot about that on the Dr. Dolores show. Self-talk matters. And how we talk to ourselves is another thing that contributes to our confidence. I invite you to monitor your self-talk. Look at what you're saying to yourself in the quiet of your mind. Sometimes we're not very kind to ourselves. And it's really about the whole thing that kindness matters. Kindness matters across the board. It's not just kindness matters to certain things. So I invite you to be kind to yourself, talk nicely to yourself, say positive things to yourself, because this is what's going to contribute to that essence of self-confidence that you have within yourself. I invite you to become rebellious in your little things. If being a rebel to you is just going to the movies by yourself, go for it, because these are the little things that if you step outside your comfort zone, you're challenging yourself to boost your self-belief and your resilience. One thing we didn't mention that is very important is self-care. Self-care is really what things are about, and this is how we are able to give back to ourselves, which is a crucial thing. So making sure that you take care of your body, mind, your mental health, this is essential for building your confidence. And, if you get stuck or you need a mentor or you need support, reach out to other people who are going to support you. I could do that as well too. So if you're looking for support in how to move forward on your path, give me a call. Reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my website, drdoloresfazzino.com. And, I want to leave you with this. We have to remember that confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress and not perfection. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your victories, and never stop believing in your potential. I feel that we are in very interesting times in humanity's evolution. And the key thing that people forget is we have more influence and control of our world individually than people believe. The illusion is that we aren't even capable of creating anything or making a difference. Newsflash, you are. It's how you show up for yourself that's going to ripple out, and that essence is going to go and influence community. When you're able to step into that, this is like one of those superpowers, and it's the clarity of knowing who you are at a very deep level, and no matter what is happening around you, it's going to allow you to have great resilience, and it's going to empower yourself, and it's also going to influence others. It's like leading by example. Your essence is who you are. Some people say the words and actions, when they're misaligned, people could feel that. Who you are and your actions and your words are going to be in alignment. It's the whole package. It's like the whole unit. The whole pod is moving forward and rippling out into the world. This is where we gain our wisdom, our power, and our influence. Who you are does matter. What you do does matter. How you are being does matter. So I invite you to step into your confidence, align with it, and really show the world who you truly are by just your presence, without the words. No words are necessary. So I'm going to leave you with a quote by Blake Lively. And she said, "The most beautiful thing you can wear is your confidence." So next week on the Dr. Dolores Show, we're going to talk about spiritual awakening. And what is a spiritual awakening? I think that buzzword has gone around quite a bit in these days and times, but I'm just going to read to you a little bit from next week's episode. In this enlightening episode of the Dr. Dolores Show, Dr. Dolores dives deep into the profound topic of spiritual awakening. Discover the signs, symptoms, challenges of this transformative process with grace and ease. From heightened intuition to emotional upheavals, this episode will help you understand your unique experience and unlock the incredible potential within. So, spiritual awakening is about when we are realizing that what we've known to be our world, a lot of times that's what our external world is, but our world is no longer working for us. And we feel like the need to go to search and research, but also to come within ourselves in order to reacquaint ourselves with who we are, because we have no idea who we are or what we've become because of the external forces. So I'm really delighted to bring this episode to you next week, because I feel for many people this may be an enlightening episode that will show people that you're not going crazy, mad, or cuckoo, and that this is a good thing. And when you're able to move to this is where you're stepping into your own power. You have awakened and realizing there's more to life than the illusion that what has been shared with us. So you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And I'm signing off right now. So have an amazing week. And remember, you are worth it.
Thank you for listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. Dr. Dolores returns Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, Remember to be kind to yourself and create your best life. You are worth it.